Good night, sorority babes, and the Slimeball Bowl-O-Rama.
Or
good night, Imp.
Good night, Imp. Good night, janitor. Gotta say good night to the janitor. But you also
and congratulations to a gargoyle and Yoda having a baby.
I'll give you that. But shit, man, we're back. It's been a while.
Cheated though, because that was a black voice right there.
Just one of those soulful white voices.
Soulful.
Yeah. But we're here. We're here again for some Sturd-O-Vision. It's been a while. It's been a while, but yeah, we needed to start talking about these type of movies and gonna, like we talked about before, broaden the horizon on Sturd-O-Vision as far as like doing more movies, but they're not gonna be like Hollywood tier and all that shit. That we don't have time for that. We have other shows for that. This is for movies like this, and you'll see what else. And I just found out recently. I mean, first of all, I'll tell you guys this. I want to say what's up to Sturdy Slashers, and then I'm going to say this. This is my first time watch for me with this one.
Mm-hmm.
So I just found out this because I've heard of this movie. I just never watched it, but I just found out like this week or last week that there's a sequel to it that came out in 2022. So yeah, that'll be reviewed on here at some point.
Directed by one of the stars of this movie.
You can see that. Even better. But
use that word stars.
Don't you shit talk Michelle Bauer, Brinke Stevens, or Linnea Quigley. Is it Linnea or what is it? I'm going to
Linnea or
Linnea Quigley.
Linnea, yeah. So they were stars. They were horror scream queens back in the day,
and they're still stars.
The movie variety.
Yes.
I did a Q&A with Linnea at a sci-fi horror fest one year.
Nice.
That was awesome.
That
was a great experience. That was.
Like, you said there, you're like, I seen you naked.
in multiple films.
You know how wild that would be sitting down on a panel like that? That's first of all, just saying that at all would be fucked up. But imagine it being like the first thing you say, like, so blah 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 blah. Yeah, this is so. I'm not gonna say a name because I don't want to throw a name out there like that. It's like I seen you naked in a lot of movies. Like, wait a minute, that's not what I meant to say.
And none of them were pornos.
That'd just be just wild and unprofessional. Don't do that out there, people. Do not do that.
It'll creep the person out, and then they make you look very creepy. And
you should get kicked out if you do. You probably get kicked out. That's wild. That's wild.
Now, these type of movies, was a lot of the actors like porn stars?
No.
Oh, I thought you were serious. I was like, wait a minute, they do porn? I gotta go look it up.
Now, these were your scream queens from your late 80s to like early 90s. They were in the low budget horror films, especially like with Charlie Band, who did Full Moon. He also did Empire, but they get a lot of the low budget films that he wanted to put out all these direct-to-video movies, and of course, gotta have the nudity, gotta have the swearing, gotta have blood and guts in some of them. And this was kind of one of the ones where you watch like at late at night. That if it was on TV, it was edited to shit. So you had to get like the VHS, or you had to at the time to watch this in fully uncut and its incredible atmosphere, the incredible scenes.
I think it's important to Linnea Quigley was especially she was no slouch. Like, I'm not putting Brinke Stevens or Michelle Bauer down, but like Linnea Quigley was in Night of the Demons. She was the dancer, the punk rock dancer in Return of the Living Dead. Like she was in some really big horror films of the 80s.
And the guy in this movie was also in Night of the Demons, the one that gets his head ripped off and used as a bowling ball.
Nobody remembers that, man. Come on, they remember the ladies.
I do.
That was a fun scene, though.
That's a good movie for you to do. Night of the Demons.
Yeah, it is.
I believe we did that on Horror Search 30.
Okay. All right.
Another good one with Linnea. It's called Witch Trap, I think it is.
Oh, yeah. Is it Witch Trap or Witch?
No, not Witchboard. Witchboard had what's her face? Tawny Katan. But
Yes.
Witch Trap was the one where they're all in the house and they
Mhm.
all start dying in weird ass ways. Linnea gets killed in a nice cool shower scene.
Okay.
Oh, I'm in.
She was also the woman who died on the antlers in Silent Night, Deadly Night.
Yep. So Linnea's in a whole bunch of shit, especially in those times.
Yes. And
There's
she's in
so
this.
many movies. Yeah, Witch Trap, 89. Nice.
Yep.
Very cool.
So these type of movies, is there like a genre people call them, like group them?
Besides like B horror,
B horror. They're full moon. If you never know what full moon is, you gotta look that shit up. There's some crazy movies that Full Moon has put out in the late 80s.
Mm-hmm.
And then they get even crazier in the 90s and bonkers in the 2000s. They're not for everybody. But the 80s ones are fantastic.
Is it the app for Full Moon app, the streaming service?
They did a streaming service, yeah.
First their biggest property might be
Puppet Master.
Puppet Master.
Yeah.
But they're ones that they're like a trauma, but a step up in quality.
Okay.
And they did weird films that you would never thought would be a full moon movie is a full moon movie. Because he did under a different company called Empire, which was his first company that before he did Full Moon.
Okay.
Because was it Cellar Dweller was one. The Beyond was another movie that's an insane film. Oh, I think Reanimator was another one that they did through the Empire.
Okay.
I didn't know that.
I think. Don't quote me on that one. But
I didn't know Linnea Quigley was in Fairy Tales, the 70s porn.
The rule you messed up. The rule on these shows are wherever you say, it's 100% true.
I don't want that to be true. I don't think that should be the thing.
So if that comes out of your mouth, you said that's the movie or whatever. That's what it's called.
Oh.
And in this movie, she doesn't get nude at all, which is weird too. She does not get naked in this movie.
She's the main star of this.
That's true. Spider.
But by this point, it was 88. She was already really well known in the horror circuit. Like she became sort of like she wasn't Jamie Lee Curtis Scream Queen level, of course, but like she was really well known in the horror circles. Like she even made like famously a workout tape to horror.
Oh,
so,
cool.
like, she would like be running from horror and she's like, now we're gonna work out, and like she's doing exercise while the guys are trying to kill her, and she like
why did I have
the worst part is
actually exercise back then?
I actually have that.
Oh my!
You really?
Linnea Quigley's horror workout. I actually own a copy of it.
Oh my!
All right.
The actual workout video, and like there's a part where they're getting chased by zombies. I think it was on a poolside, and all of a sudden they break out and they start doing aerobics.
Jesus.
Yep.
I'm gonna say two things.
That's
one,
great.
I need a picture of that. So next time we do an episode, because I'm gonna put that picture up of you holding the thing. I'm still gonna give you the finger when you send me the picture. That's just gonna happen. But just because that's just some. I'm not surprised you own that. I'm not surprised at all that you own that. No, listen, James. Listen, I've known Matt for quite a few years now, and the conversations that me and him have had when it comes to movies, especially like some weird ass shit, he has it. Even if he fucking hates it, he has it.
Not all.
That's a true collector right there. Right?
Yeah.
There you go. Murder Cycle, Alien Death Machine from Full Moon Features.
That sounds familiar.
Mandroid.
That sounds familiar.
Mandroid's fun.
Fuck, The Crawling Eye.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Dude, they did a lot. Like, I gotta give them credit. And then, of course, they had this movie, which was one of my favorites.
This was fun. And speaking of this movie, let's kick off the ratings. Fate Theory, would you give this?
This was fun. I forgot there's these type of movies out there. January made me laugh. I'm going to give it an 8.
Oh, nice. about you, Mick?
It's a bad movie.
Yeah,
I want to put that out there, but this score is completely just because I love it. So much. I'm gonna give it a 7.
7. Creature feature teacher.
Yeah, it's one of those so bad that it's entertaining movies. Like you get a bunch of people together, have some beers, you watch this, you're gonna have a good time. You're gonna laugh. You're gonna be like, "What the fuck?" I also give this an 8 out of 10. I had a good time with this movie. It's good.
Yeah.
All right. As of right now, I'm gonna give it an 8 as well. It was just I had a good time with this, and I'm not even gonna say that it's a bad movie because this is Sturd-O-Vision, and this is what we're gonna be watching. So for these level of movies like this, I think it's worth an 8. It was because it did what it was supposed to do. You got the boobs in this movie for the time that it came out, and for the era and what type of movie it is. You're gonna get that. You got that. You got some fun and funny kills. You have a silly being as far as a creature in this film. You have the horror comedy of this everything just worked for me. Was it a good movie? But no, not by any means. But at the same time, I just feel for this level of film, great job. And there's something about, and I said this back when we did and I know Mick and Matt, as soon as I say what I'm about to say, you guys are going to remind me of the title. And I love the freaking movie. I just can't think of the title off the top of my head. But horror movies that take place in malls.
Oh, Shopping
Mall.
Jesus, there. It's right in the damn title. There we go.
Which had Kelly Maroney in it, and she's in the sequel to this movie.
Nice. Definitely doing a sequel. But Chopping Mall, I wish there was a sequel to. 1 and 2. It reminds me of my child. I know I was a baby in the in 85, whatever, but like 90s and mid to late 90s and early 2000s even. I missed the mall scene. Like when the malls were like, you know what I mean? How it was like the hangout spot, and how these guys do it so freaking well in this. They do it so well in this. Just like the visuals of the mall, seeing the mall. And every single time I see these movies, I'm like, you know how fun and how cool it would be? And yes, because I'm 40 years old, I'm not as daring as I used to be and stupid as I used to be in my teens or 20s. But to be able to legally be in a mall when it's closed and just doing some silly shit, running around and having fun, like what they're doing. I know they're doing in a movie, but still, I think that'd be fun as shit. It looks fun, at least. And these movies, it just brings you to that like fun kind of atmosphere, that fun kind of vibe is what I got from this. So I had a really good time with this movie. Was good.
Was there another movie in a mall with zombies?
Well, there's what Dawn of the Dead.
Dawn of the Dead. Okay.
There's also an 80s slasher called the Initiation. Takes place in a mall. It's got a Daphne Zunga in it.
Oh yeah, that's an
Initiation.
The Initiation.
I like that one.
Yeah, it's a fun one.
Yeah, dude, there's a lot of you can do.
Yeah, there's especially
here's a great one for you, Sturdy. It's called Valley Girl.
I'm good on that. I'll pass.
Why? Because Nick Cage is in it? Jerk.
Well, that's another reason, but that's actually a perfect reason to pass. I didn't even know he was in it.
The 80s where you rented movies every weekend. That's true.
Did anybody get they kind of mix Wishmaster with another type of horror movie?
First of all, Wishmaster came out like 10 years after this. Calm down.
Oh yeah, you're right. So Wishmaster. Okay, never mind. It's still there. Okay. Hey, listen, I don't know what movies.
Johnny.
Oh, was good, Johnny.
Be good.
It was good, Johnny. But what do you guys think of this movie, though, Matt and Creature Feature?
Oh, this movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good time. It's definitely full moon. That's the way how full moon is. If you ever see the Puppet Master movies, they're very famous for little creature movies. They did Demonic Toys was another one. It's all the different types of small monsters. And this is another take on a small monster film. But it's more of a weird-ass imp that grants wishes and twists them and goes after people, pretty much.
This was the precursor to that whole Demonic Toys Puppet Master fiasco.
Oh, yeah.
And remember it was a Doll Man?
Doll Man, yep.
Oh man.
Doll Man versus
Doll Man versus, yeah.
They did another one called Totem too, which was a cool mini creature. They formed a totem pole.
Oh yeah, we reviewed that one, right? Totem.
Well, all right. I have a question because you'll remember, Matt. Dollman was a cop who got shrunk, right?
No, he was from a different world. He was chasing another criminal, the floating head, and they get to Earth, and they realize, wait a minute, he looks human, but he's tiny on this planet, whereas on this planet he was normal size.
It's weird. It's definitely
they're like bonker movies. It's like they.
But in the movie Bad Channels, there's a movie called Bad Channels that an alien shrunk women. And pretty much one of the girls didn't get fully grown. So Dollman rescues her, kind of. And that introduces her in Dollman versus Demonic Toys. So it kind of twists those movies. Because they kind of like to twist movies in with other franchises, which I like.
Oh, yeah.
Like with Full Moon, they did also a movie called Invisible, which was like about an invisible man. But they made the Mandroid robot in the movie as well. So they kind of combine different films to make more movies.
Oh yeah, I see them do that crossover shit a lot with Full Moon, which is
Full Moon crossovers are fun.
Yeah, Full Moon is
except
definitely...
for Puppet Master versus Demonic Toys, which was a Sci-Fi Channel movie. They had nothing to do. They had nothing to do with Full Moon.
In that? Wasn't Corey Feldman in that one?
Yep, Corey Feldman. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god!
But that was a Sci-Fi Channel, nothing to do with Full Moon. So I don't know how they got the rights to it or what, but they made that disaster.
He pissed me off in that fucking movie, man. I just had to get that out. He really got on my nerves in that fucking movie.
Johnny, that was Page Master, and you know it. And I can't remember if Patrick Stewart was in that, or Bobcat Goldthwait, or Whoopi Goldberg.
It's been a long time since I've seen Page Master. I don't know.
Yeah. Creature Feature Teacher. Do you happen to be an aficionado on the San Fran 1970 series, the one hosted by the late Bob Wilkins?
I know. I actually have a documentary on the Bob Wilkins show where he did all the different ones for the Creature Feature nights.
Love that.
It's fun.
Matt knows a lot.
He does.
Be prepared.
He does. Slimeball. Oh man, I feel like this gave me almost. You know what? The only thing I was gonna say, I wish it was a little bloodier, but then again, for this movie, it didn't need that. So it gave me most of what I wanted from this. It definitely gave me most of what I wanted and most of what I expected, because it's just, again, one of those where you're just like, listen, you put this on, it's something weird you watch late at night, you turn your brain off, you have a drink, you have a smoke, and you have a good fucking time. And that's exactly what I did. Well, I had a smoke, I never drank. And it's... And I know, when we're talking on Horror with Sir Sturdy with different types of horror movies, I'm talking about like story. This doesn't really matter. Like, it has the whole thing of like this little story they had just worked for it. It just worked for it. It was enough to where you're like, okay, this is the reason why they're here. This is the reason why they're after this trophy, or they're going after this trophy, and boom, the imp comes. Mm-hmm. I don't mind that for something like this, because I'm not expecting a fucking phenomenal story. Like, holy shit, this is gonna draw you. It draws you in, but in other ways. Like, this is a definite great, like, if I were to watch it again, or when I watch it again at some point, it'd be a fun watch party movie. Just like have on, shoot the shit with people, and talk some shit about it. This is one of those, but it's also entertaining enough to watch it alone. And I do recommend this movie. I will say that.
Mm-hmm.
I guess
best nude scene in my life.
I guess I would give it a Sturd-O-Vision stamp, because it's definitely worth it. Give it that Sturd-O-Vision stamp. It's worth it for that, because it's something I can go back to. And it just does it. It just
would get me. I would have given it a higher score if there was more of the keeper in it, the janitor, or whatever you want to call him.
Buck Flowers, the man.
Yeah, that dude is so fucking funny. The shit he came out of his mouth, and it's like he's only in a few scenes, really, But when he was in that fucking keep getting trapped in that closet, the shit he was saying, I was like, yo.
From what I understand, like I think his scenes, and I think I heard this on Joe Bob when they showed this. I think his scenes were like added later.
Oh.
Because they needed extra time. And Buck Flowers, hire Buck Flowers because Buck Flowers is the ultimate character actor.
He was one of the best parts of this movie. Him and the Imp, because the Imp just the way it sounded, the way it looked,
hey baby,
was just so freaking funny to me. I was like, this Imp is hilarious. It's ridiculous. As soon as when they showed it, I'm like, damn, this is what it looks like. And then once you heard its voice, I was like, yeah, I'm in 1,000%. I'm here for it.
I sent you a message. I think I said, "What the fuck?" or "Oh my god," or something like that.
So
like,
practical too,
bro.
I'll tell you what, I'm going to grant you each a wish for letting me out. Like, it's just so weird. I love it. It's
who's
so
watching
weird.
up there? You gotta come on down.
Oh my god,
we're watching on me privately.
This movie and Hobgoblins would make a great double feature.
Oh God,
you love it. You know you love it.
The way that they made the demons look in this movie, though.
Oh, Jesus. What do they do? They just put fucking styrofoam on their cheek.
They used the amount of makeup they could afford.
Yeah, Full Moon was always known for very low budget because they never had the budget.
No.
They never had the money to put out stuff, so all their stuff was always scrunched to what they could do. Like they put all their money in with the Imp because it's all practical. It's a puppet. They got the dudes with all the contraptions moving everything. Probably getting Buck Flowers and getting Linnea because they were big names. So a lot of their budget went into those. That's why they usually don't have a lot of blood and guts because they don't have the budget for it. But he always does practical. He's like, I'm always going to do practical shit. Let's put it out there.
I love that. Hey, I respect that. Mm-hmm. And I mean, at the same time, though, even with really quick going back to Chopping Mall with the lasers, the robots, and all that crazy, silly shit, fun shit in that, you don't really need it in bloody for these type of movies. I'm not gonna say you never need it, but for these, they do it so well and they entertain you enough to where it's like when you don't see the blood, you're not even thinking about it. Like I honestly didn't even think about it until it was mentioned here on the show now. But it doesn't, like, it's not that I don't care. It's just like it's not necessarily needed because you get all the other
these type of movies,
fun stuff out of it.
Like if it was made today, you could see them ripping like Brinke Stevens' character in half and showing it. But they would have more of an effect being, okay, we're gonna make this more CGI'd. Like, making it more CGI would definitely ruin it.
And yeah, exactly. Like I understand it for certain movies here and there, especially for Marvel and all that type of shit. But for horror, if you have to do it for certain little things here and there, certain things here and there, but don't make it the majority. Make it the minority when it comes to that. Make it the minority when it comes to that. You know what I mean? Especially if it's, I get if it's cleaning stuff up, but other than that, and I don't know what I'm talking about with CGI, but we don't like it.
I wish there was more like practical effects and everything because it was so popular. They made a show where they were doing a contest to find the next person to do makeup and shit for horror movies.
Oh, Face Off.
Face Off, yeah.
Love that show.
Yeah, that show was awesome.
All right, but to give a bit of fairness in that, we have to remember special effects always existed. And they were always, and there's levels because makeup is not cheap. Even that head, like we were talking about the Imp, we were talking about a couple of the things that cost money. Even that head that they made of the guy where they bowl it down the thing, that probably cost a good amount of money. They had to cast it. Even if it wasn't his head, it's still something you have to use. It's going to get messed up, probably not be able to be used again. In the 80s, dialed special effects makeup and such up to 11. Before that, it was used more subtly. By the time you get, and I'm not saying there weren't movies that really exploited especially in the 70s, special effects makeup, but the 80s really took it to a bonkers place because of all these horror movies and everything, and the death scenes were becoming more and more elaborate, and that's why Sex Machine, what's his name? Tom Savini.
Tom Savini.
I can't believe I forgot that. Tom Savini. He played Sex Machine in From Dusk Till Dawn.
Oh, okay.
Tom Savini coming in, he was like, when he did he was the one that kind of pioneered it when they went into that really horror craziness and got more elaborate. So you're not affording a Tom Savini on this, and he's going to probably give you the best horror makeup at that time.
Oh, yeah.
So whoever they could afford, especially for full moon features, this was still pretty impressive for what this movie was.
And also, too, with this movie, Charlie Band said, here's a poster. I have this, and I have the name. It was originally going to be called The Imp. And they had a poster, and they got this director. He was a newcomer director, and he goes, here, this is your job. Write a script, do something, and put it out within X amount of days. And he had a rush job through it.
It was this was shot, or no, it was shot in 12 days. I don't know if that counts.
12 days. And the director was like a new guy. He was actually fired before Full Moon. He did one movie that was really bad, but Charlie Band said, okay, I'm going to give you one more shot. But again, here's the poster. Here's the name. Do it and make it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, okay. He had to find a buddy, and they found a guy together to write up a script within a quick amount of time. So it's all like a big rush job to make this movie.
And that's that. I mean, that dates back to the schlocky creature features of the 50s, the 40s, 50s. Like, most of these were rush jobs. You think about it, Halloween, John Carpenter was only given 2 weeks to write the script.
That's impressive.
And he said, we want to call it The Babysitter Murders. It's going to be a horror movie. You have 2 weeks. You know, they just got lucky by hiring John Carpenter.
Yeah.
But like a lot of writers had to, like, I give a lot of credit to horror writers. Yeah, there's a lot of crap, but they had to write that stuff quick.
Mm-hmm.
It was too quick sometimes.
That's what I'm learning about these movies. That's what I'm learning about movies from the past, and even ones that are cult classics or favorite, whatever you want to call them, but in that positive format of, you know what I'm trying to say. And it's like, how the fuck? Then you're like, I mean, I get it because the stories aren't that in depth, this, that, and the third. But even for some of those ones with the practical effects, you're like, yo, these practical effects are amazing. How? Like, how? When they only had this much time to do this, it's like, holy shit. And then you're like, the budget was this much, and they only had one shot at doing this scene. That amazes me every single time. So I'm like, CGI, I don't know anything about it, but again, I know you could do it again. It's hell easier to do it again than it is to fucking blow up another head or kick a head down the street or bowl a head down the bowling alley, like in this shit. Bowl a head down an alley, I should say. And get a gutter. What'd she a gutter head? Oh,
Your gutter head.
Yeah.
Don't poke Dogman with the stick. Actually, I do want to point out one thing, and I think Matt might agree with me. Before there was Elvira, before there was Bob Wilkins, there was Vera and there was Zachary. They both started in 54, the first horror hosts, the first real horror hosts.
Well, we weren't all alive back then just because you two were.
We weren't alive back then.
We weren't back then either.
I've met Zachary, though, and that man was a fucking treasure.
That's awesome.
He used to go to Chiller Theater back in the day.
Chiller Theater.
In Jersey.
That's awesome.
He had a throne and everything, and everybody bowed to that man. He was the fucking best, and he was the nicest human being.
Nice.
That's dope.
Yeah.
I love when I hear stuff like that about
him and
movies and shit.
Joey Ramone. You just sit together. Because Joey Ramone, before he died, would no, Johnny. I'm sorry. Joey came after Johnny died.
Damn.
So they did not like each other.
Joey and Johnny.
Johnny, Marky, Tommy. None of them like. I've met all of them at different conventions at different times.
Okay.
It's like I would have liked to have met you all together. That would have been awesome.
That would be pretty cool.
Damn.
Man, with fist fights.
Dude.
That'd be funny though. It'd be a funny story at least.
That was because I remember it was like 2001 maybe. That was like my first horror convention, Chiller Theater in Jersey. And we were going for one reason only. We wanted to meet Brian Thompson. We loved Brian Thompson in Cobra. We loved him in like all the stuff he showed up in. and he was going to be there, and we met so many more. That's where I found out that the principal and the lieutenant in Die Hard and the principal in Breakfast Club, Paul Gleason, is from Jersey City.
Oh wow,
nice.
And I met him there, and like he was, he was talking about it, and I was like, "Oh, I'm from Jersey City too." And he was really nice too.
That's awesome.
You know, his dick was Virgil, the wrestler.
Oh, was he?
It was to me. I met him like 3 times.
Probably thought you were sizing him up.
I wasn't sizing up. Virgil was a big dude. Virgil, I was gonna fuck with Virgil.
We'll leave that one alone.
That motherfucker had hands that were huge. I was also like 18. Calm down.
Yeah, but you're still 6'8". We've been over
That
this.
is a non sequitur. I was 18 and I was a geek, so shut up.
So was Spider-Man.
Yeah, I'm not Spider-Man. I never was. I was the guy who made it out of the end of this one. Except I could hold my beer down.
He was a geek and wasn't 6'8". He got bit by the right spider.
Oh, this kid was like a stalker.
Yo, what was his name? No, not Carl. But yeah, the one that was following Spider around the whole time. Yo, he went in there when she was breaking into the castle. He's walking there just like smiling. It was like, you shouldn't do that. Like, you shouldn't do that. But like, my whole thing.
Come here often.
Yeah, that too. And I'm like, my whole thing is, it's like, so you're sitting here saying somebody shouldn't do that, but you literally just broke in here yourself to steal something.
Remember, he had 1 beer and he was already drunk off his ass.
He was wasted. That shit was so fucking funny. He was falling in shit. Like when they're going to check out the chicks that are getting in the sorority or whatever. And when they stuck into the house, I don't know how they didn't hear him, but he fell into the door, banging up against the fridge and shit.
Jeez, that whole sequence was wild. They go and they like. First of all, great scene. I'm gonna start there.
Yes.
They're spanking the girls with the paddles in the sorority. They're watching through the window. Nobody sees 3 dudes in not a covered window. It's not like they have drapes or anything. They're just 3 dudes standing on a window watching all these women who are like 3 feet from them. And then they're like, let's get a closer look and sneak into the house, roaming around the house till they're in the bathroom.
Upstairs, too.
Like, upstairs, yeah. Like, and now only their penance is they have to go and steal a trophy from the Bowl-O-Rama.
Yep.
Wild.
Well, before that, though, they fall into the door, whatever. And then they also, when they go upstairs, they're watching the girls wash up, shower and stuff. And then the other chicks find them and hit them or whatever, and they fall into the bathroom. And there's like no, like you said, there's no consequences. Hey, you got to help us find the imp. I mean, I guess the death is a consequence, but still.
Yeah,
what I mean.
The whole premise is very sweaty.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I
will not lower my score. I love this movie.
Oh, no.
This movie's definitely up there.
It's problematic, but it for its time, it was funny. I've even talked to the women that were in this movie, and I've mentioned this movie because I like it. And they had such a fun time. That's why Brinke Stevens and Michelle Bauer. I don't think Linnea Quigley came back, but Kelly Maroney's in the sequel.
Mm-hmm.
That says something. And they always spoke fondly of like the movies they worked on. So like,
that's good.
If the actors are cool with it, I'm not gonna pick it apart. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you should remake this movie today.
No.
The movies like this do not need to be remade because you're gonna mess them up.
There's a lot more to it than that.
Well, they changed the whole story around too, and make it.
Because times have changed. So if you try to remake this the way that it is, it's not going to hit the same.
I think that's the shit they're saying.
I think that's what makes these movies so special, though. And a lot of people like to pick them apart and be like, "Why does this movie exist?" Like, this is a time capsule of a time where we're not saying that everything they do and say in these movies should be done or said. Mm-hmm. But at the time, every movie was doing and saying what these things were doing. So, like,
for the most part, yeah,
they're a time capsule of the 80s. And if you're going to take all the good with the good, with like the big mainstream movies, you got to take the ones that were cheesy as fuck. Because they started a lot of careers that I'm very happy are still exist.
Oh, did they? Did they ever?
And this was creativity.
And they had and have a great fan base. There's a reason why, like, I know some people are like, oh, these movies are so bad, stupid, this, that, and the third. I know people will say that, but I'm like, we're still talking about these movies from the 80s for a reason. I'm not saying that's not all we talk about, not on this show, but I'm just saying, just in general, like these type of movies, this level of movie, we're still talking about it X amount of years later because of that. There's a lot of movies that just came out within the past 5 years that we talked about just because we reviewed it on a show. And it'll probably never be talked about by a lot of people. I'm not saying it'll never be talked about again, but by a lot of people versus a movie like this. That says a lot. That says a lot.
These are better than some of the big mainstream movies they're putting out nowadays.
Yeah.
Like some of the Blumhouse stuff. It's like, what are they doing? And then you go back to watching this stuff and you're like, it's a good palate cleanser. I'm good.
For sure.
I'm cleaning my eyes from the crap that I've seen before. And I paid how much to go see that movie?
Yeah.
Granddad, to answer your question about do you find more or lesser movies being a time capsule, is that I don't know if that term's overused or underused a lot. I don't hear it a lot because I don't really watch or listen to any other movie podcasts besides my friends. Other than that, I really don't. So I don't know. I don't hear because I don't hear it on their shows really. Actually, I don't hear it on their shows much.
If I'm being honest, movie like this, there's a reason, and I don't give a fuck because these podcasters suck anyway. There's a lot. Most of the podcasters don't know these movies exist,
which is sad.
Which is a nice part about like what we do here. We actually like curating. We like checking out movies that are different, that are weird. Matt especially, he owns them all. But like it's and that's a compliment, dude. Please don't think I'm no, that is a compliment. Like to me, it's like it's cool that we can come in and talk about these movies that you do not see get talked about enough. And that's what I always appreciate about Harvester Sturdy in general, Sturd-O-Vision in general, the channel, is that even like we did Beast of War yesterday. How many people are going to be doing Beast of War? They're probably shunning it, saying, who cares? Like, let's dig deep in Friday the 13th again. Every Friday the 13th, I see the same things. Every Halloween, it's the same movies. And this is stuff we need to remember.
Here's something that I don't see, but we've done. And I'm not even saying this I'm just going to say it. Because how you said, like, with the Friday the 13th thing, you see kind of like the same things, the same reviews, the same conversations.
Yeah.
I like how over here we did, over on Horror Research 30 portion of this channel, but the verses with Freddy versus Jason, because I'm like, we've all discussed these movies plenty of times. We've all reviewed these movies or had conversations about these movies on and off air plenty of times. Even about even saying like what we thought was better or who we liked better. But we've never like how we did the 1 versus 1, 2. Like I really had a good time with that. And it was just something, to do a little something different. But going back to what you were saying though about movies like this that a lot of people don't watch, I will say I'm never gonna say you're not a horror fan because you could just like one horror movie and be a fan of horror, at least of that film. But I will say this: for people that say they want to take a deep dive in horror, or say they take deep dives in horror, but their deep dive is just like going to older movies, but not necessarily like lower level movies. They get like older Hollywood movies, or like the A-list movies, whatever you call them, the big budget movies.
Blockbusters.
Trust me, yeah, blockbusters. Trust me, dive deeper, dig in the crates. Dig in the crates.
Yeah.
I'll even say, I mean, if you're someone who collects physical media, go to Walmart, go in one of them $5 bins, go to one of those thrift stores, and just grab that horror movie that or whatever genre movie you enjoy. But I'm just saying horror because that's what we're over here. And just go in that bin and just grab something you've never heard of. That's like a B film, though. Not a Hollywood film, a B film. And just have a good fucking time. because these films really allow you to have a good fucking time when they're done right. Because I've seen some B films that are bad shit.
If I could add to that, and the only reason is because I want to give a plug to him, and I think you'll agree with me, is one, you can go on Letterboxd and pick a year, and I would just scroll through, and you can pick the genre or whatever else you want, and scroll through and look for things that look interesting, because video stores don't exist anymore. And like going and I mean, a lot of these movies I found in the horror section at video stores, and that's how they became so popular to me. Even the one right behind you, one of my favorites, Tremors. That was I remember in was it 89, before the movie came out, my theater had that, not my theater, my local video store had a poster of it up on their thing. And I just remember, like, that's the scariest thing, but they always hung posters up, you know, like it didn't have to be out, but they, you know, cause it was a mom and pop, but you know, stuff like that, it like attracted you to go and see it, you know, so I would say to kind of relive that, do one of these two things. Go on Letterboxd and do that. Go to your library. Your library has any movie they can get a hold of that they tag on. I don't know if you'll find a Sorority Babes and the Slimeball Bowl-O-Rama there, but you will find gems of all different genres in there.
There you go.
What I'd like to add on to is, okay, since this is a full moon movie, and go through their catalog, go through other catalogs of other companies' movies. Like you go on IMDb, which is an awesome website if you never used it before. Or if you find a specific actor or actress, you look through their database of the movies they've been in, and you look at the titles, and you're like, what's this? All right, I'll click on that one. All right, I'll watch that, or vice versa. Like with Full Moon, there are so many weird films people don't even know about that are fun to watch. A lot of them were always direct to VHS. Only maybe like the Puppet Master movies were big and actually went into the theater. But
really,
a lot of
only the first couple.
Yeah, I think that was like the first two. Yeah, the third one was direct to VHS, but the majority of them all were straight to VHS. So no one knew unless you went to a video store, walked by your horror section, be like, what the hell is Sorority Babes and Slimeball Bowl-O-Rama? All right, I'll pick it up, you read it, like, all right, what the hell, why not?
Yeah.
But you follow their companies, if you're on Facebook, follow Full Moon Entertainment, follow another company that puts out a ton of films, so you get ideas of what they're putting out, what's their catalog, and go based off the catalog themselves.
Find podcasters who like us and who appreciate that. Now, again, you'll be able to tell. Just look at the movies. If they're mostly mainstream, you know they're not going to go deep. If you're looking for things that are a little deeper, I don't think we go too deep, you know, outside of being on the show and talking about things and extending that. Well, on our show, not here. You guys have done some deep ones. I actually love when that you're so receptive, Sturdy, too, because like you're like, yeah, give me, you know, movies to watch, blah blah blah, and like dig them up.
Yeah.
And in some ways, you're kind of like an editor at a newspaper. Find me the story.
Yeah, I mean, shit. Speaking of, you know, I'm going to be, especially since Sturd-O-Vision's back. Not only do I love to have him on here because this is definitely his fucking realm and element. You guys already know what I'm about to talk about. But Professor T, I can't wait to get him over here one of these nights. And I'm going to be, hey, listen, Trevor, if you can make it or not, give me 4 movies that would work for Sturd-O-Vision, please.
You motherfucker. I gave you like 17. You know, you said to me, you're like, fuck these movies.
First of all, that didn't happen. Second of all, but you're here all this. You're here a lot.
I know.
So, you know what I mean?
Trevor's got some good. Trevor popped up some good ones the other night,
he did, and that's the thing. Like Trevor watches these type of films on the regular, and I love. He does
not. He does not. I would say Matt is the guy who watches these films on the regular. Trevor is the one that is good for the obscure fucking foreign films.
Yeah,
and the obscure like horror films that like the 60s, the 50s, like
more so. What I mean is like that'll fit right for Sturd-O-Vision.
Oh yeah, no. But I'm saying that's a fucking tour de force team.
Yeah,
you know, like, I know these. I can talk about them, and I will give you as many. But like, I'm not just horror. So like when you said exploitation, how many exploitation films did I throw your way?
threw a few. You threw quite a few at me.
That's like my jam is like all the genres. So this is where I get to actually talk horror though. So that's why I'm happy.
But it's it's gonna be a really good time I'm glad having this back again. Kick it off with some bowling.
What was the one that I gave you?
I don't even know seriously why it's called the slime ball. Well, never mind. They are slime balls. Never mind.
And they're in a bowling alley.
Yeah, that's true. Makes sense.
And it's just slime ball. That's something you'd hear in the 80s and 90s and shit. It's slime ball.
Yeah, but I was thinking
the
like
nerd guys were slime balls.
Yeah,
the term that they use for people that are like that slime ball, that geeky guy, that guy probably doesn't get all the girls. They're very creepy. They're very very awkward. They're the slime balls.
Rapey.
Yeah. Oh, Remote Control was the one I told you to watch from '88.
Oh, that's a good one.
Remote Control.
So weird.
It's so. Do you have that one, Matt?
Yes, I do. Aliens, control people, brainwashing. Yep. Through video stores, through video doors, displays and shit.
Wow.
Yeah. Interesting. This this.
Matt, so do you have another apartment just for your movies?
I got my room. I got my movie room. My library.
He would be the one. You can afford it, but let me go next door to my other house to get a movie real quick. I'll be back.
We go next door. I have to ask though. You have a movie room.
Yep.
And here's the true testament. How many of them are on the floor just stacked? Because you have run out of room.
Right. I actually got a little coffee table that's on the side, and that's where they're stacked.
Okay, I'll give you that. I knew you ran out of room. That's the
I'm looking. I'm trying to make more room for my room. I'll go to like antique stores and find little shelving units. I'm like, all right, I'll throw those in there. Then that's full. I'm going, shit. Now I'm out of room. All right, let's see if I can make more room.
I love Trevor's picks of like random foreign films.
Same.
He finds weird ass shit too.
That's the stuff too. Like he is so into the foreign. Yeah. Like I have found some gems off of his recommendations.
Yeah.
Do you guys ever see Hariko the Goblin?
No.
I believe I have. That sounds very familiar. As soon as you said Hariko, I was like, that's
Hariko the Goblin.
Hariko, the decapitated heads that kind of look like from the movie The Thing. They got like spiders legs coming out. They're going after people.
Nice.
Yeah, you got Mystics in Bali, which is another weird ass film.
Oh, I have seen this. This is a Japanese movie, isn't it?
Yeah, it's Japanese.
Yep.
That's funny.
And I remember the cover.
The Cat is another awesome one. Oh, when 88 Films released The Cat, I was so excited.
What was that insane film we watched? I can't even remember it. I don't even know how to ask. I don't know how to ask about this movie. It was so insane. We watched oh my God. It was, I don't even know how to ask. Like it was like a trip. It was like an acid trip, the whole thing. And I think there was a martial arts element to it.
Was it The Boxer's Omen?
Yes, that's the one. That's the one.
My God,
that is a fucked up film.
We watched it for Horror for Sturdy.
Yep.
That was a weird one. That was probably you were asking for like a time capsule deep pull.
Oh shit. Yep. I remember
that movie. That movie fucked me up a little. Like in a good way. Like I was like, wow. This is rough. This is weird.
It's a weird ass movie.
Oh. I just that's but Grandizer. That's the only info I can retain.
What was what was that other movie we watched that Trevor? I think Trevor's the one that put us onto it. We reviewed on Horror was 30. It was last year for the foreign horror, the eye hole lick.
Oh yeah.
You guys remember what movie that was?
I can't remember. He just told me.
Lick.
So he like ripped this dude's eye out and then stuck his tongue in the eye hole. That stood out to me. I can't think of the movie. He's like a short, bald dude. Foreign film, horror film.
He's in other movies. He's like short, like
I don't want to type this into Google.
The only thing I think it was From Beyond, but that wasn't a foreign film.
No, we definitely didn't do From Beyond on the show. I don't think. At least not
suck out an eyeball out of someone's eye socket.
That is so weird.
Yeah,
but,
it was weird.
That's
like
he
ripped the eye out. You're like, oh, that's cool. But then he just leans in and he puts his tongue right into the eye socket. I'm like, damn.
It's called eye glory hole.
Eye glory hole.
Skull fuckery.
That's a Grindhouse joke. I don't want credit for that.
Baskin.
Oh yeah.
Baskin's a good one.
That was a weird one.
Baskin.
The Turkish Hell movie. That's
yep. Oh, I like when you go
that's what it's Turkish. That's right.
Backpacking means I'm going to learn a lot.
Oh yeah, I love it, man. That's how I'm so into fucking foreign shit now. Even shows. I've been watching Korean and Japanese fucking shows lately. I'm like, I don't know. I'm so curious of like how their comedy style, how their story and everything comes along. So it like interests me. It's like really interesting stuff. Especially the movies. The movies are intense. Like you get Japanese or Korean horror or Thailand and shit. The movies are wild.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Wild may be an understatement.
So violent, intense. Yeah. Like the sadness. It's not I still don't say it's a zombie movie. But people have arguments saying it is.
I guess it's not, but just because it does say on the movie cover, but that right there, Baskin
is wild.
That movie right there, oh my fucking goodness. And then this one right here.
What's that one?
That's the Boxer's Omen.
Oh, the Boxer's Omen. Yeah.
That's the weird ass fucking.
Yep.
That whole movie was just weird, in a good way. I liked it. It was just very weird.
Yeah.
Wait, was I there for that one?
I believe so. It was it was during wow. It was during backpacking last year.
Oh, okay.
I'm assuming you were.
Yeah.
I'm assuming you were.
Yeah, I've been trying to collect a lot of the Shaw Brothers horror films. They put out some good shit.
Nice. Did they do the Boxer's Omen?
Yep.
Sallow.
It felt like a Shaw Brothers type of film. I didn't remember the shield at the front, but the clear copy of Warner Brothers.
Yep. But it's got an SB instead of a WB.
Right. Who owns them now? Paramount, so they can have it.
Yep. I actually just bought a box set of Shaw Brothers horror and fantasy. It's a big ass long box set. I was like, holy shit, it's got a big booklet in it. And I'm just going through oh, I've always wanted to check out this one. I want to check out this one. Oh, I got that. Ooh, no. Oh, I can't wait to dive into that set. If you like a weird one, you ever see The Oily Maniac?
I've never even heard of that.
It's like the Asian version pretty much of the Toxic Avenger.
No.
Guy turns into this black oily monster pretty much and gets revenge. Oh, it's so good.
I know Greasy Strangler.
That's a fun one. That's a wild, weird ass movie.
And another weird one from Canada was called The Revenge of the Radioactive Reporter. It's from the 90s. It's got some weird shit going on in that too. That's a fun one.
I can't wait to make this happen. To hear the conversations of the films, like what Matt was mentioning, and some of the films that Trevor is going to bring to the table. But these guys, like having the whole, having him on here with us talking these movies, because it's going to be very interesting. It's going to be very interesting hearing these conversations, having these conversations, and all that good stuff. Yeah. But I think we're about to wrap this one up, though, people. So make sure you guys come check us out. Horror with Sir Sturdy every Thursday at 8 o'clock. The Scene Snobs every Monday at 8 o'clock. Popcorn and Pints every Saturday at 8 o'clock. Fade Theory drops videos every Monday and Friday. What time? Or do you have a specific time?
I do it. I had a time. I just put the shorts and the videos out at the same time. It's 12 a.m.
Oh, so you drop okay. So you have it drop at 12 a.m.
Yeah.
And then Matt, how often do you drop videos?
when I can. It's time because the way I work night shift, it just makes it all different to drop videos.
I get it. But go check out you.
I
and
actually
your
have a
horror
video coming out, an A through Z horror films, where I'm gonna pick one movie from each letter of the alphabet and talk about them, especially obscure ones.
Nice.
That's coming out. I gotta work on the video.
Okay, okay. Man, I never asked you this because you've seen so many movies. You own so many movies, and I have a thing is where I'm trying to find a movie that will actually scare me.
I've been so desensitized to it; it's not even funny.
It's
like you watch. Everyone watches this movie. They're like, "Oh, it was scary." I watch. I'm going, "Okay, that's the jump scare." Okay, that's the.
You know when they're coming.
Yeah, you just know it.
Yeah.
So okay, so you're the same way. So you couldn't be able to pick one and go, "Okay, this one will scare you."
Well, like say The Exorcist, the original Exorcist. That movie will scare the shit out of you.
No, I've seen that multiple times. It don't scare me.
I think it's challenge accepted. Don't worry, I'll find you one.
Thank you.
Because I know what I need to look for.
Okay.
Things that trigger your emotions.
Okay.
Your experiences need to be seen in the movies for you to be triggered.
The fear footage is good. That's an indie film. Indie found footage movie that was really freaky.
Oh.
But it's kind of hard to get a hold of now because it's out of
We've been into found footage lately too.
I love found footage.
I used to hate it. I used to hate it back in the day. But I got a whole different take on it now. Flash Gordon.
You gotta find a really guttural type of movie that touches down on James's like private parts.
That's how you're gonna make
a Howard Stern movie.
Howard the Duck.
No, I'm just saying your private.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the movie Private Parts.
Well, maybe you should listen. Maybe you should maybe a little less of this.
Well, I was paying attention to Grindhouse's thing. He said Flesh Gordon will make me laugh, not scared. Now I want to see Flesh Gordon.
You should. Why not?
He said, "No, I want to see Flesh Gordon." Oh, because Grandizer said it in the chat.
Oh shit! Hey, Grandizer, that will do because I did that and I don't look good. So no one touches my facial hair. So if you can find a movie like being forced cutting your beard off or something, I'll probably like, ugh, no.
I'll get him. I'll get him. I'm gonna cut your beard off.
Leave him alone. He's ugly.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
Love it.
But yeah, so again, make sure all the links are in the description. So just check out all the pages, all that stuff. And then just let me remind you guys, if you weren't here for Horror Research 30, what is coming up over these next couple of episodes, like tomorrow, for Gamer's early birthday. We're reviewing Inside Man
style movies too. So weird.
Inside Man and Euro Trip. Yes. Very completely different styles of movies. But I'm not mad at it. And
Chris
then next
Thursday, with his heart.
Next Thursday, Five Nights at Freddy.
I won't be here.
Part 2.
Why were you going to be?
It's my wife's niece's play, and she's only like 8 or something, and she wants us there. She got us tickets for it. So
does she want you guys there, or does she want her there?
Both. I said that. I was like, "Oh, you can go. That's okay." She's like, "No, she wants you there too." She bought 2 tickets. I'm like, fuck.
James, I hate to break it to you, but I think you need to teach her a lesson in disappointment.
Nah, she wears the pants in the house. I got to be on the good side.
Listen, whatever. We'll be talking Five Nights at Freddy.
Listen, she drives me to work. You fuck up your transportation, you got a problem.
But the thing is, you guys live in the same house. Like that fucks up the bills. If she's just like, you know what, fuck it, find a way to work.
Yeah, exactly. True. Fuck that.
But what's that whipping noise I hear? What's that going on? What?
Hey, maybe I like being whipped.
Oh,
hey.
Man. Oh fuck. But
don't pick whipping movies for you to get scared at.
Nope. I'll turn me on.
Watch The House with the Whipcord. There you go.
I can't even watch Roots.
Oh,
okay. I went there. My bad.
That's wild. That's wild.
Okay.
I'm gonna help James out with that. It wasn't the racism and roots that turns him on. He just likes being whipped, is what he's talking about.
Yeah,
That's all he meant by that.
Jesus.
That's all he meant. He didn't mean any of the other bad shit of it. Well,
No.
yeah. He needs to get into that dominatrix type of stuff. I think that's what he needs to get in. Not slavery, but dominatrix. There's a difference. The more you know. I'll see you next.